Honda is back with the Legend, its third stab at building a prestige saloon to take on the Germans. On paper and in the flesh it certainly looks like the ingredients are all there. So can Honda pull it off? Sporty, advanced, distinctive. These are the buzzwords that Honda hopes will get the message across. There's no mistaking it's a Honda, that's for sure. Just look at the prominent front end with the pronounced badging. So obviously from the same family as the Accord. From the side and the rear though, this is a substantial, well-proportioned saloon, with the heavy curves giving a real sense of solidity. We reckon it knocks spots off its Japanese rival, the Lexus GS 300. And that's before you get inside. Here the Legend really does live up to the competition, with a curvaceous, classy dashboard and sensible use of wood and leather. In fact, leather is the predominant presence inside the Legend, the large seats and yards of rear legroom making this a pleasant place to travel, even if the seats are rather too firm. This Honda is packed with equipment: memory power seats, sat-nav that responds to your voice, CD multi-changer, rear-view camera, hands-free telephone system and active headlamps that turn with the steering wheel. These are cost options on BMWs and Mercedes, but all come included in the Legend's price of around £36,000. So things are stacking up well for this executive Honda. And being a Honda, you'd hardly expect it to be short of technical wizardry either. There's a 3.5 litre V6 under the bonnet that pushes out 295 brake horsepower. That's plenty to give the Legend really strong performance, with 60 miles an hour reached in 7.3 seconds, accompanied by a delicious howl from the engine. Not that the Legend is noisy, oh no. Honda has developed an active noise reduction system that plays sound in the opposite phase to the road, engine and wind noise to cancel it out. Clever stuff. The transmission is a 5-speed automatic. Click the gear lever to the right though and you move into manual mode via these discrete paddle shifts behind the steering wheel. They are fun for a short while, but the Legend would have worked better with a sport mode to the gear change when you tire of the paddle shift. And that's the first of several critical weaknesses on the Legend. It's fitted with so-called super handling 4-wheel drive. That certainly ensures there is always plenty of grip, but it's far from a sporting drive, as Honda implies. The steering is very light and devoid of feel of the road, typical of cars that have been developed with the American market first in mind. Then there's the suspension. It simply isn't good enough. Every imperfection in the road surface gets through to the interior, making the Legend jiggle around like a poorly developed hatchback rather than a luxury car. There's not even great handling as a trade-off. So Honda has achieved one thing. The showroom appeal of its latest Legend is better than ever. And arguably the time is right for Honda to be mentioned in the same breath as BMW and Mercedes. What a shame then that it doesn't live up to the promise dynamically. As for good points, it's stylish inside and out. There's a roomy interior and it is packed with gadgets. On the downside, the suspension lacks refinement, the transmission needs more options and the steering is devoid of feel.